So here's a little diary for April 4th. What do you think if you were an Homo sapien? What kind of choices would you make? So I gotta take a shower here today again at the campground, and it's freezing in there. Oh, I'm just tired of being cold. So I'm looking for plugs in there so I can bring my heater. I'm the only one using the facilities right now. And yeah, I don't even see any plugs. So I'm paying a pretty good price for just a little bit of electricity and warm water, but you don't really want to go there because it's so cold in the room. I'm going to do some dishes there again, but it's not really set up for that there compared to the laundry room that I think it has to be the owner that's still not coming from the coast to come and set things up when he feels like it. Or, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have priorities, that for him is a good choice not to come, but when you don't come, then you also prove you can't create community while accepting a monthly fee from somebody that is way too much for what you offer. I also just sent somebody from the school district a reply because I visited yesterday, and I said, well, just want to be clear, I'm a learning specialist. I'm not even signing any contracts with any school districts if it says anything other than learning specialist now. I've been burned too many times where they try to domesticate me as if they are something I should strive for, their certification or non-certification status or whatever it might be, or seniority or unions or whatever it is. It's so dehumanizing. It's so opposite the concept of learning. They don't get it. So it was polite, but it was clear. I defined collective learning and is what helped make us human, and a learning specialist helps bring us back to that. And it's as both crucial to work with the young learners as it is primordial to work with the retraining services I want to offer to teachers. So I just gave my make a profile PDF, which has references and certificates and diplomas, but it doesn't have my resume on that one. She might ask for it after or not. I said I've worked as a lead of classes in various locations. But again, I don't believe there's a difference between a certified and a non-certified teacher. When you're a learning specialist and you act a certain way and you kind of prioritize the learners first, I tell you, you are in a totally different category than a certified or non-certified teacher in those roles. So they don't like hearing that. But for me, like every religious person is in the same category, right? It's a particular pattern of thinking that is similar among every religion. So it's the same thing. So I'm saying one of the reasons we failed is in the concept of collective learning is a variety of human domestication syndromes. And then I say example, labeling someone certified or non-certified teacher coming before the importance of results achieved with the learners. I can't do that. I'm an Homo sapien. I can't not put that first. Results achieved with the learners comes before to an Homo sapien. The Homo communia, who suffer from a variety of very intense forms of human domestication syndrome that led us to the Anthropocene that we are already in now, is quite comfortable with that. If a paycheck comes in and they can say they do this and brag about it, while they're not good at it because there's no quality control services in these education systems. The other thing is I went to the school yesterday where there's badminton, and the floor was so dirty and slippery. There was a lot of people, but really none of them were really skilled at the basics of badminton. And supposedly it's like there's coaching, it's a class, you sign up for these months, and it's kind of, it doesn't, I mean, people are nice to each other and they're having fun, but I mean, they can get hurt with the slipperiness of the floor, even though there's cleaning staff there that should clean it before. So even if they wouldn't charge me to go because I gave like free coaching in the hour that I was there out of 2, I think, to 4 people that really appreciated it, is if I'm not, if you don't want to charge me, still put me in charge, because somebody needs to be in a leadership role there. And I've seen this many times, right? The sport of badminton is dying because the people that insist on keeping the leadership role or that are in it, or the ones that know the people in it, say, oh, it's always been like this. That's just the way it is. We get dirty floors and we still have to pay for our own plastic birds. And that's just the way it is. And then it's advertised in this way in the leisure guide with the city, and it's really not like that. And the person that was supposed to be in charge is not there. But I can tell nobody received the basics. And it's April, right? So it's been 3 months since it started. And there's kids like who want to play in a tournament soon. And they're begging me for coaching and advice when we leave. And it's like, oh man, the adults have failed the younger generation everywhere in everything. Not just schools, but in leisure, in the medical system. Like I go to the First Nations Health Authority and say why I work there at this First Nations place. And then they say, oh, I work there, yet they're pretty lax with giving you a lot of time to get the medical paperwork done that you need. Yeah, but I can't get it done because nobody's solving stuff. I have to drive an hour to that everybody's giving me a different answer for whether there is or not a drop-in clinic, either north or south of here, and the population here is more than those places. Yeah, no, and this is a First Nations Health Authority, and we have a diploma on how we're recognized by it and we're at work. And they can't solve it either. Nobody can solve anything because that's not the way it's done. Problem solving is not the way things are done. We're a Homo community. Lives in the Anthropocene. Don't you get it? Yes, I do more than you. And I'd like to help, but obviously you don't want me to help. So yeah, so there's a lot of red flags, and I got to do a lot of. There's just more and more things piling up to fix on the motorhome. It's getting really messy in here, just because I have so many things to do. I think when I work, I fall behind on keeping this tiny space clean and working. I have to do this stuff myself. I did book an appointment to fix something, but it's in a month. And in this month, I risk blowing another battery and causing more damage or worse damage to my vehicle. Now, this is a super nice garage. The owner is awesome. I gave him so many compliments just watching him with his customers. Like, really customer first. Like, it's rare to see this. I said, you should apply for mayor. And then, yeah, politics ain't like everybody, yeah. Politics is poison because it's Homo communia in it, not Homo sapiens. If only we'd put Homo sapiens, if we found any, right, in any role that is important, then I'd have hope. But it doesn't seem like we put anything first that is related to human rights, to healthy environments, to healthy lifestyles, to healthy bodies and minds. All these things are unimportant to the Homo communia, and that's all the evidence that I am collecting anywhere I could be around the world during this Anthropocene.